Over the last several years, we've seen a dramatic increase, obviously, in the use of AI programs, and this increase has been apparent in academic settings from K-12 institutions to secondary schools to colleges and universities. And while many students have used AI to complete coursework, there has been a need across the workforce for students to have more of an in-depth knowledge of how to use AI technology in professional settings, as you all have touched on today. Closing that knowledge gap between students using AI for coursework and the young professionals entering the workforce where proficiency with AI programs is necessary for creating work products is absolutely critical. And Dr. Duke, I just noticed in reading your written testimony, you explained the ability to work with AI tools productively, critically, and responsibly within a specific skill domain is an expectation that is shown in job descriptions for entry-level jobs across the country. I would ask, how can we help prepare students to transfer their AI knowledge from basic AI proficiency learned in school to the skills that our workforce are actually looking for?
Thank you for the question. I think one of the missteps we can make is to synonymize enabling a workforce with artificial intelligence and applying AI to the learning journey. They're not the same thing. In the workforce, you want people to be very, very efficient, work efficiently, make very few mistakes.
Right.
When people are learning, you actually want that to be inefficient sometimes. You want them to make mistakes. That's where the best learning happens. And there is the dilemma. Along the way, these students have to establish proficiency while also managing learning. And so one way we can do that is to integrate it into the curriculum. We could define the set of skills that students need and make sure that they get them along the way. They get some of this proficiency through daily use, but it's not the same as cultivated professional competency. And this is where I think the learning science actually needs to catch up, and how we need to change concept mastery and how a student marches toward not knowing anything and graduating and being in the workforce.
And you also discuss the importance of treating AI proficiency as a, quote, core educational competency, just like information literacy, quantitative reasoning, or financial literacy. What would you, in your opinion, treating AI proficiency as a core educational competency look like in the higher education setting?
One, we would have to say that. We would have to determine that it is a core competency or something that is expected. Right now, I don't think that we do that. We do that in other areas like financial literacy and information literacy, as you point out. But until we do that, institutions aren't going to be able to design their curricula around that. And also, making it a core competency, I think, will accelerate some of the thinking, the experiments, and the testing that we've talked about on the panel today, and will help us improve in this area.
Thank you. On January 23rd, 2025, President Trump issued an executive order titled Removing Barriers to American Leadership in Artificial Intelligence. And although that EO does not specifically address higher education, the goal of the order was to revoke restrictive policies and promote innovation. And Mr. Vizard, I just want to ask, in your experience working at Florida State University, what impact does removing restrictive policies and promoting innovation have on the way AI is developed and utilized on college and university campuses like your own?
I think that artificial intelligence has to have the ability to be integrated into curriculum, be accessible to our students. A case in an example is we partnered on a design sprint. It was a 24-hour design sprint with students across multiple disciplines to solve a real-world problem. AI didn't do the job for them. They had to come together, they had to collaborate, they had to use AI in these new and innovative ways to solve a problem. So there was a problem, you get a team together, they have 24 hours to work around the clock to solve it. It's something that they're going to do in the real-world setting, too, in their careers. And I think that we have to allow the space for innovation to take place. The other thing that I would say is we have been heavily investing in the material science space, the engineering space, the quantum technology space at Florida State University, and that's under the leadership of our president because that will differentiate us too, to have that infrastructure, and we must be able to research that and to invest in that to be able to really be a leader in the world in artificial intelligence.
Well, thank you very much, and Mr. Chairman, I yield back.